Okay, I want to expand on what exactly the nucleotide is and, what are the different parts of the nucleotide. So I'm going to be drawing it as I talk about this, so pay attention. So first, I'm going to write the title. So we have nucleotide. So all the nucleotides are what's going to make up the DNA. So what we're going to start with first is our deoxyribo sugar. So I'm going to draw it here. It has like this, it has 5 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. And this is a deoxyribose. And this is a sugar. So I'm going to write sugar in here. So this is one part. Okay, next what we're going to have is our phosphate. So I'm going to make this line up here, draw a circle and put a P in it. And this is going to be my phosphate. Kind of ran out of a little space there, sorry. All right, and now a crucial part of the DNA is the base. But I want you to notice how I have this nucleotide here. So notice how it's the base and the sugar, which I just drew. But this is going to be like if we looked at the ladder, this is going to be both sides of the ladder. Okay, so I'm just putting a bunch of these nucleotides together in order to make this DNA. So now I'm going to add my base here. So inside I'm going to write, base. So this is what a nucleotide looks like. We have our phosphate, our sugar, and our base. So they're made up of 3 things. Okay, so I'm going to write these down. They're made up of number 1, deoxyribose sugar. And you pronounce this deoxyribose. So if you kind of break it up, it might help you with the spelling. With the pronunciation. Next, we have our phosphate. So I'm going to write phosphate. Oh, this is an O. God, I'm sorry. Phosphate. And then the third thing we have is our bases. And as we've seen through our video, that we have 4 different bases. We have A, T, and C, and G. And A stands for adenine, T stands for thymine, C stands for cytosine, and G stands for guanine. And A, adenine, is always going to go with thymine. So that's why I'm putting this dash. And cytosine is always going to go with guanine. So think of apples in a tree and cars in a garage. So this is your basic nucleotide. Okay, so since we're talking about DNA, all these nucleotides is what is going to make up your DNA. So here I already drew this, so you can see how each one of these is a nucleotide. I have my base, my sugar, my phosphate, my sugar, and my base. Phosphate, sugar, base. So these guys here make up one side of it, like a ladder. So if I'm on a ladder, and what I grab are the sides of the ladder, right? So it's made up of a phosphate and a sugar. And then on the other side of my ladder, I have the phosphate and sugar as well, right? So the connecting part, with the part you think about, oh, this is a ladder, this is where your feet are going to go, right, are your bases. And what happens is these two bases are going to connect with a bond. So like I said earlier, our A goes with T and our C goes with G. So if I have this as an A, this is going to be a T. If I have this as a C, this one is always going to be a G. So they're always going to be together. So this is kind of how DNA is built, like this. So it just all starts with nucleotides, which is right here. So I hope this kind of helps clarify some of the stuff. Okay, back to